Shaky trying to kill his own crewmate, Garp trying to get Harl to join the Marines, and simp wars over Shaky. What is going on in this latest One Piece chapter? What is up, YouTube? It's your boy Dougie D Fresh. We are talking about One Piece chapter 1157, the bar. I think it's called the bar. It's either the bar or the legendary bar. Either way, let's get right into the chapter. Let's not waste any more time. I might be slow, but I still have no idea whose grave Yamato is visiting. I don't need all the secrets. We know it's someone that killed Kaido. Or sorry, not someone that killed Kaido, someone that was killed by Kaido while trying to stand up against him. But I still have no idea who this person is. It might be, I am blanking on his name right now. Is it Ushimaru? It might be Ushimaru, but I don't think Ushimaru came, because if I'm remembering correctly, it was a hero that came from the West Blue that is, praised in Wano. And Ushimaru was born on Wano, unless there's something that I am missing. So still have yet to see who this person is. Completely off topic. This still kind of makes me a little bit salty that we never got to see Zoro visit Ryuma's grave. I'm sorry, I just can't. That's one of those things that I can't let go. I was looking forward to that ever since it got brought up and we were robbed. But I will try and move on one of these days, but it ain't gonna be today. Man, we knew that the Rocks Pirates had a hard time getting along. But damn, Shaky, you ain't gotta try and blow your crewmates up. Like, bro was wilding. They're all down there and he's like, ooh, we can get a bigger cut of the treasure. There's plenty of treasure to go around, bro. And I understand his rival was down there, but y'all are part of the same crew. Y'all just let everybody get the bag, bro. We all just running it up, getting the bag, doing pirate shit. Why you gotta fuck up the vibe? And it could have been, I think this might have been confirmed a long time ago, but just because we didn't see Shaky in canon use his ability, I've been wondering if he was gonna have the float fruit, but then we see later on this chapter that he does have the float fruit. So for people like me, it is confirmed. Hey, and if you already knew that somehow, please just leave me alone. Be kind in the comments, okay? I didn't know. We're kind of revisiting a lot of Wano talking points this chapter because I want to touch on what Kaido said to White. Now, a lot of people take what Kaido to say that Haki transcends all and like you need strong Haki to rule the sea to mean that, it's Haki completely over devil fruits. Screw devil fruits. Who needs a devil fruit? I think a lot of people have turned around from that way of thinking, but I just like seeing the intrigue that Kaido has. Like this young guy, like he's already strong. I'm sure he has strong Haki, but him just seeing Whitebeard cause a damn island quake, he's like, man, bro, I kind of want a power. And then Whitebeard just being like, yeah, it's cool if you get a nice one. You got to be careful. And I'm just thinking about how that factors into Kaido kind of being force-fed a fruit, and luckily for him he got a good ass fruit. But I'm wondering if when we eventually do see God Valley, we will get to see that moment that eventually led to Kaido owing Big Mama debt because she gave him the fruit to save him. So that was just something that was really interesting to me. Honestly, I don't have too much more to say on that, but shout out to young Kaido. It's really dope seeing all these legends be on the same crew at this time. Like, bro, then this era being like kind of recognized as Rox's era, like before Roger really started to do his thing and start his path to become Pirate King, like for sure, bro. The Rocks crew, I think it is not even up for debate. I think they are the strongest crew in history. Like, even though the members they have, I guess, aren't technically in their prime, depending on how you want to see it, they're still strong as hell. And I think they would give a lot of crews today a hard time, if not maybe just flat out beat them. Because the thing with a lot of crews is that you have the captain, who's like the strongest one, then you have the two below, and then everybody else kind of falls to the wayside. The Straw Hat, and I'd say the Shanks Pirates, and maybe Blackbeard's crew is kind of crews that have that exception. I wouldn't even say Roger does, because I think outside of Gabon and Rayleigh and Roger, it's kind of like whatever. Like, I'm sure they're not trash, but I mean, on the Rock side, we got Rock. All right, sure, you don't want to deal with Rocks. Then you got Whitebeard. Then you got Big Mom. Then you got Shaky. Then you got Kaido. Then you got Kyo. Everybody else, like I said with Shanks' crew or some other crews, they're probably not trash, but they're probably just like Captain John. I don't see him being much of a fighter. Ochoku, I don't see Ochoku being that strong. But in like of the fighters that they have, golly, them boys and women are dangerous. And not even that, I forgot, they got Gloriosa, which I'm sure she's pretty strong. They got Stussy, and yeah, bro, that is a lot to deal with. So if you let me know what pirate crew you think is the strongest in history. If not, I think the only way we could compete is if maybe like we mixed up, like let's say if we had the Straw Hats crew plus Law was like officially on the crew, and then Kid and like maybe some of the other Supernova. I think then maybe it could be like, oh damn, they might be the strongest. And that's also giving them some time, because Law and Kid, you know, they up there, but we don't know too much about like someone like a Rouge or like Hawkins. Like they're pretty strong. Yeah. So let me know what you guys think. Now, Harold, even though he's seen the dark side of the world government and the scummy things they do, he still wants to join them, because at the end of the day, he makes the point that the Navy is a good army fighting force, and that most Marines do their best to protect the citizens. And because at the end of the day, you got pirates going around, and especially like the Rocks crew, we see them wilding out right now. They said they were reducing towns to ash. Do you know what it means to reduce a town to ash? That's nothing to take lightly. So I guess I kind of understand, because especially after the incident, how the world government lied on him, I was like, damn, Harold, why do you still want to join them? I was kind of like on the same time that Rocks was on, like, bro, why are you still trying to do the most to get these people to see y'all's value? Why you still want to team up with them? But you know, I can see that perspective. And like he said, there already is some giants in the Marines, and that if the giants did join, they could help do a lot of good. So let me know what you guys think. Do you guys agree with Harold? Are you more towards Rox's side, or do you think they're both tripping? You think Elbaf should just stay an independent name? And then another, this is very minor, but something I want to touch on is we see, I forget her name, but I think she's the owner of the bar now. The little girl that Ida was talking to last chapter, she was handing my guy Loki a little drink. And, you know, we didn't see him take it or anything, but I liked that little show of kindness. It warmed my heart just a little bit. Another thing I slightly want to touch on in the chapter that's probably not important to anybody else but me and like a few people that have been in the One Piece community for like some years now. Admiral Kong got showed in this chapter. I feel like one thing with the history of the pirates, you know, we're getting this right now. We're seeing Rock, we got Roger, we got a lot of pirate legends. When it comes to the Marines, we really don't have that. Like, we just have Sengoku and Garp. They're like, remember when Roger was like, oh, if you want to get me, you gotta bring Sengoku or Garp. But I'm like, bro, Kong was the fleet admiral at some point, so he had to be an admiral. Why is nobody talking about him? Like, what about the other admirals from the past? The most that we got is that one of them got killed by Rock. So I just like that, even though it's brief, we didn't see him fight or nothing, I just liked that we got to see Kong. It's kind of in the same vein as Bogard to me, because Bogard has been there with Garp for a long time, and I feel like he's someone that should be strong and get a little bit more focus, but he gets like no focus at all. So shout out to Bogard and shout out to Kong. Garp trying to recruit Harold to the Marines. I like it. At least that was my interpretation, because Harold shaved his head and Rox was kind of like, why you do that? And then he was saying that, you know, Garp said the same thing like that you said about me shaving my head. So for Garp and Harold to be in communication, and then for Garp to say, man, that's the type of strength that we need, when Kong was breaking it down, how the world government was like, we don't need them giants, them niggas too dangerous, we're good. I've loved Garp for a while now, but just I don't know why, it's something so minor, but just made me love Garp that much more. Like, Rox is trying, and it just makes me really understand how the giants are viewed in this world. Rox is trying to recruit him. Garp is trying to recruit him. He's like, bro, if it was up to me, this wouldn't be a problem. Elbaf would already be a united nation, and we would be kicking. And I kind of feel him, because you say you want that power so bad, stop with the extra bullshit and the hoops that you making them go through. And we'll get into that later. Man, what's wrong with niggas, bro? What's wrong with you horny niggas? Why is there pirates falling to their knees talking about they just went to sea so they could get beaten by the Kuja pirates? That's not cool, bro. That's bad business. I understand that these women are beautiful beyond belief, but bro, it's never that serious. It is never ever that serious. Get it together. And Gloriosa, we see her on Pirate Island. Now, I'm assuming that she left to chase Roger, because, you know, she probably got the love sickness, just like how Boa had, how I assume Shaky has for Rayleigh. But it makes me, I was like, when I first read the chapter, I was like, man, why didn't Gloriosa go join the Roger Pirates? And maybe Roger simply just wouldn't let her join, or wouldn't want her to join, because he don't really care about her. So maybe she was just like kind of the same thing that Shaky was on. She's like, fuck it, I'm just gonna leave this crew. I'm gonna go chill on Pirate Island because the world government ain't gonna chase me, because you know, Mihawk, not everybody's Mihawk. Not everybody could just sail by themselves and be good. So maybe that was the case, and then that would explain to me why she was on God Valley, because she's like, oh shit, Roger's about to be there, all right, bam, I'm on the way. So that's just my little theory on that. But I loved her little dialogue with Big Mom, especially because they seem to be the only two women on the crew at this moment. Well, besides Stussy. I'm sorry, I forgot Stussy. It's just Big Mom, Stussy, and Gloriosa. But man, I love how she's like, man, what you know about love? You just be popping out kids like popcorn. And then we see little baby Katakuri and little baby Oven. Oh my gosh, that baby's so happy. I am such a fan of those two in specific. I like a lot of Big Mom's kids. Well, maybe not a lot. Let me not say that. But I like Big Mom's crew, and just seeing her crew / family be built up is just like, oh my gosh, it's so cute. Because I bet people have always wondered, like, where are her kids at? So I'm assuming she got some type of babysitter on Pirate Island. But then also the question that I keep wanting to revisit, who is Big Mom letting hit? Now again, it probably is just random dudes, because she let Pound Smash. Well, let Pound Smash is a strong word. She probably took it, but especially with her being surrounded by all these strong dudes. Now, just seeing how people like Whitebeard and Rocks move, I'm sure they would be like, nah, I'm good, Lin. Like, I'm not giving you no kids. But I'm kind of surprised she just letting random dudes smash, because you would think, being surrounded by such strong pirates and being a strong pirate yourself, you would want them to have some good genetics. I mean, we see it ended up working out for her because Katakuri's strong. Oven is also strong, put respect on his name. But yeah, bro, she got a lot of strong kids. I still think that, what's his name, Strusen hit, and he's Pearl Sparrow daddy. But I mean, it worked. Whatever random she was letting hit, they must have some we don't know about, because they helped her give birth to Katakuri, Oven, and Daifuku, which I was scanning really hard to see if I could see Daifuku, because they're triplets, but I didn't see Daifuku in the panel, so that was a little wild. Oda, don't disrespect Daifuku. We see Shaky pull up, causing commotion to the island. I think that she left to go chase Rayleigh, and we'll see that play out. But the fact that Shaky was so bad that she even had Whitebeard and Rocks' hearts beating out their chest. I mean, because people was talking, I want to see how the agenda people and just the people on Twitter feel now, because they was talking so crazy about Roger. They was like, oh, Roger's a simp, blah blah blah. Yeah, now Whitebeard and Rocks did it too. What's up? What y'all got to say now? So yeah, the incident that they're talking about is one of the worst in not God Valley's history, sorry, Pirate Island's history. I believe that the Roger pirate I think that Roger is so obsessed with Shaky that he's gonna find out she went to Pirate Island, and he's gonna pull up, and him and Rocks gonna get to scrap. Because also, with everything going on with Rocks sinking all these ships and all this stuff, we still haven't seen him have a confrontation with Garp or Roger. And we know they said, oh, Rocks was one of Roger's strongest foes, and that could have just been, they could have just said that because of God. But I'm thinking that we gonna see some craziness, and it's about to go down on Achino's. And the final thing to talk about before, unfortunately, we have a break next week, is the world government being their slimy usual selves and telling Harold, hey, you can join the world government, but on one condition: you gotta kill that nigga Rock. Now again, I'm sure Harold's a strong guy, but I think y'all are overestimating, because Rock's is strong as fuck. I don't think Harold got nothing for him, and I could be wrong. Like I said, I do think Harold's strong, but it's Rocks we talking about. And two, even it's just like, bro, even if he did kill Rock, y'all are just on some bullshit like you always are. You want to kill two birds with one stone, because you want Rocks gone, but you don't want to do it. You can't do it for whatever reason. And once the Giants join, you know you're gonna make that shit a living hell for them. It's not gonna be cool. But at least what I'm seeing with the Giants is that they are more coveted because of their strength. Even though they're scared, they're wary of them. It's not like the fishmen where, oh, because the fishmen don't look human, they're like, y'all aren't even human, you guys are fish, we don't need you. Even though fishmen are also strong. I mean, like, think about it. If you are the Navy and you're fighting pirates on the seas, and a lot of these pirates have devil fruit, do you know how strong like a fleet of fishmen would be? They could pull up on pirates at any time, destroy their ships, just let them sink. I feel like the fact that their racism is so strong that it's stopping them from even letting something like that happen. You could add giants and fish. But because these damn celestial dragons are so fucking racist, y'all are limiting your battle potential. But anyways, that's the video. If you made it this far, thank you so much. Go ahead and drop a like, hit the post notification bell if you want to be notified of all future content, and leave a comment down below on your thoughts about the chapter. I'd love to chop it up with y'all and hear what you guys have to say. But is it being your boy Dougie D Fresh, and I'm out. Peace.